To the Truth Serum, be sure to click that like button, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching on this Monday night. As you just saw, one of the games of the year and the post-game press conferences for the Detroit Lions and the Baltimore Ravens in a thriller, back and forth all night long. It is Dan Campbell's Detroit Lions that come out in the end on top. Final score, Detroit 38, Baltimore 30. The Lions come in to M&T Bank Stadium and defeat Lamar Jackson on Monday Night Football. Everybody, this was a fantastic game from start to finish. These are clearly two of the best teams, two of the top 5 teams in the league, and that showed tonight. And what was more impressive than anything tonight was the offensive line for the Detroit Lions. The Lions O-line, Jared Goff was not sacked. And Detroit as a team rushing for 224 yards on 38 attempts with 4 rushing touchdowns. That's nearly 6 yards a pop. The Lions' offensive line just absolutely manhandled and neutered the Ravens' front all night long. The Lions threw the ball when they wanted to tonight, not because they had to. And when they were throwing it and they wanted to, Jared Goff was awesome. 20 of 28. 202 yards, a passing touchdown, a passer rating of 103.6, including the ballsy throw on 4th and 2 on the dagger that he hit Amon-Ra St. Brown perfectly and in stride. The running game for Detroit was the story of the night. David Montgomery, 12 carries for 151 and 2 scores. Jahmyr Gibbs bottled up more, but still effective. 22 for 67, also 2 scores. Even though the Lions' defense gave up 30 points to Lamar Jackson, they made plays when they needed to. At the end of the first half, 4th and goal, they stopped them on the goal line. In the 4th quarter, when it was 28-21, Baltimore was going down to try to tie the game, the Lions defense kept Lamar to a field goal to keep Detroit in the lead. And they did not allow Lamar Jackson to do crazy, insane Lamar Jackson things. Lamar was still really good tonight. 21 of 27, 288, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Was still really good. But there were multiple times where Lamar was one guy away from just beating everybody and keeping a play alive and doing the wild things that Lamar Jackson can do. On multiple occasions, the last Detroit member of that defense got Lamar to the ground, and it was the difference on so many extended plays in this game. That's why Lamar Jackson was sacked 7 times in this game. They kept Derrick Henry to 50 rush yards on only 12 touches, and a crucial mistake, another fumble by Derrick Henry, his 3rd one this year in 3 games. They kept Lamar Jackson contained to 35 rush yards. So even though the Lions defense gave up 30 points, one of the more impressive showings by a defense to keep them bottled up that I've seen in a while. The Lions, even without Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn, they are the real deal. They just went into Baltimore and manhandled a physical Ravens club. So the Lions are 2-1. Baltimore with this loss, the Ravens are 1-2 now. They are 1-2, and next up they have to go on the road to play Kansas City, and the Chiefs have an extra day of prep. So the Ravens could be looking at a 1-3 start. But we want to thank you for watching again. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Good night, God bless here from the Truth Serum.